What did you see yesterday?
We all went to see, or sort of saw, because you were sleeping most of the time, VHS 2. The sequel to the long-awaited VHS 1, which came out last year.
How did you feel about it?
I was thoroughly sort of entertained. I don't like the shaky cam first-person movie. You know, like the found footage stuff where everybody's like running around with a camera, and for some reason you're asking yourself, why are they still running around with a camera when there's a monster chasing them? And it seems to become a trend. It was okay with Blair Witch, and now it's 20 years later, and like now we're like, okay, enough. Like, put your camera down. Run, damn it. But I do like anthology movies. Two of my favorite movies is Heavy Metal and Creepshow. Anthology movies are movies where you have like a bunch of short stories all wrapped up within the confines of one movie. If you're really not interested in the story you're watching, hey, just take a fucking quick nap and you wake up, oh, it's a new movie.
I sure did.
That's it. Well, you took a long nap.
Half
the movie was done. So anyways, long story short, VHS 2, my first initial thought was, when I heard about the movie, it was like, already? There's a VHS 2? Why? You know, can't we take time? Like, why can't it be called DVD? You know, that would be an interesting way. It was like DVD.
Or a prequel.
Yeah.
Beta.
So, VHS 2 came out, and I was like kind of skeptical, but there's like a lot of really interesting directors that
Winger, he's been at Fantasia, like a Fantasia staple for years. He did A Lonely Place to Die, and I was looking forward to his segment, and I really enjoyed his segment.
That was the one with the
cybernetic guy.
Yes, the cybernetic guy. I think that was the most interesting way you could put a first-person camera movie. The guy literally had experimental eye surgery. There's a camera in the retina of his eye. I like the small little hints of detail that they add into it. When the guy blinks, you have that little slight little like blinking. But it's not too obvious, but it's there. So those people who are nitpicky like me will actually notice it.
It was a good story, but I feel like there was like a lack of development concerning the ghosts. Like, why are they all hostile? Why are they all attacking him?
It's the doctor who tells him this is extremely experimental. You may have a few glitches, and the guy's like, okay, glitches. But one of the glitches is that you see spirits randomly. That was the most cleverest setup I've seen. Now that gives you an excuse to see monsters, and you have no reason to like look away because it's in your body, and it's fucking scary. But my favorite point, this is probably the best and most startling use of first-person sex in a movie. The second segment.
Which is Sanchez, the director of the Blair Witch Project.
First, another not a bad setup. The guy, he has a reason to have his camera on him all the time, which he had it mounted on his mountain bike helmet. But he's like riding around on his mountain bike, off-trailing with the shit on his helmet. And it's not some pretty good shots too, you know. The guy's like flying in midair, and you kind of like, you almost feel like you're on a roller coaster with that stuff. But then action starts right there, because he almost hits into this girl who's running away, and she looks like she's in peril and stuff. Turns out she was just bitten by a zombie. And not only that she was bitten by a zombie, she's turning into a zombie. And of course it's too late. When he tries to help her, she bites him. And you could just see where this leads.
He dies.
The simplicity is disastrously awesome. I had one great thing to say about it. It's a 12-year-old girl's birthday party crashed by a bunch of zombies, done in zombies' perspective. Just wicked shit.
And if anybody you could recommend this to?
I would recommend this to people who are willingly wanting to have epileptic seizures while watching a movie, because the shaky cam, it would be bad enough, but in between takes you have like camera fuzziness and then like like electro, like, you know, digital noise and all that shit. If you love the feeling that you're about to bite through your tongue, this is the movie to see. But if you liked Wreck, first person running away from zombies type of thing done in the digital camera, if this is up your alley, because this is as good as a found footage movie we'll ever get. Well, maybe not as good as the first VHS, but it's next best thing. If you want to see the next best thing to VHS, watch VHS 2.
All right, and the rating?
Just almost 3 severed heads. The second severed head was it's still on the body. So it's like 3 severed heads. 2 severed heads and a missing jaw. Or a head missing a jaw. So it's almost 3 severed heads.
I give it 3 severed heads. I think I'd like to watch the third segment again. I was a little drunk, and I feel like I was going to fall asleep during it, and I feel like I missed bits because of the subtitles.
How dare they throw subtitles at us when we drink? Am I supposed to read? I'm not allowed to read the menu. I just say, hey, I want more beer. That's it. Why am I supposed to read shit? Anyways, I don't know what I was saying about that. Anyways.